Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone. Allow me to just move as quickly as I can. Okay, I think it's better now. So I purposely mute you guys so that we can hear ourselves, such that when people talk, in their homes, in their offices, or they have background interference, it will not affect our discussion. My name is Olusegun, and I want to specially welcome all of us to today's review. That's analysis. Now, I'm like 5 minutes behind schedule. Apologies. It's actually due to some technical issues that I was having on my laptop. First, I couldn't share my screen. And anytime I want to, bring anything to you guys, I want to, first of all, share my screen before I start talking to you. Okay, so it's better that way. It's my own way of doing things. All right, so I apologize. Now I want to welcome again all of us. First, let me see if I can see some names that already dropped comments so that I can say shout out to all of them. So somebody said good evening by 8:01 a.m. That's Adediran. Now, Omolara, maybe you are probably you are in either New Zealand or Australia. It's possible for you to possibly say good evening because it will be like their evening around there now. But if you are not, and you are in Nigeria and you are greeting us good evening in the morning, you need to go ahead and check your time. Now, good morning, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Yes, Miss San Megu, I had a wonderful weekend with my family. Now, good morning, everybody. So I'm greeting each and every one of you. If I see anything, good morning, sir. I'm very happy to have you here. That's Adenugba. I'm very happy to have you too, Adenugba. Apology accepted. Thank you very much, Uchenna. Samsung, good morning. So I actually see your phone as your name. I would have loved to actually pronounce your name. And of course, apart from the good mornings and good mornings and good mornings, I can also see Judith, you're welcome. I can also see Oluwatosin Olesin. I can see his picture or her. I'm not sure I get it right. So if you feel you want to ask a question during the course of this conversation, it's very easy. Just raise your hand, I will meet you, and of course I can listen to you. Okay, so that way we can have this back and forth conversation a little bit, even if it's for that short time or short period. Now, this is a trade we took last week. I'm not sure of the day, but I think it's a Tuesday or Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday I took this trade. I'm not sure, but actually, maybe Tuesday. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's a Tuesday when I had a class in Lagos with some, VIP, class. I think we took this trade. So it's currently in profit. So I might as well terminate it if I feel Euro USD will go down. But, our analysis then was that Euro USD was going to go up. So the same thing we had, I think, on Monday 28th. I think Monday was 28th. Let me just check my screen. Monday last week. Let's check. Monday was 20th. Yeah. So Monday last week we were together, and we also had a trade on Euro USD buy. I think that one hit the profit directly. I'm not 100% sure. But if I go to account history, I can just scroll down and check that trade of last week. So we had USDJPY also hit the profit. Interesting. Okay, so all the trade we took last week actually, hit target. All right, so in the past maybe 1-2 weeks, all our trade has been very good. We have more win than losses. I think we only have one loss. Okay, so this particular account is actually 100% for analysis. Okay, I think I'll be making some withdrawals soon. My money enter like 500 again. I'll just take the 100K out. Okay, so this is not my main. This one is like a backup account for me. So even though I have some withdrawals, huge withdrawals, like I can see, just for the fun. Okay, it's purposely for this class. Any withdrawal you see on this account is for this class. So if I take any trade or we take any trade together and we win, we make withdrawal. That's what you are seeing. So let's see what Euro USD we do today. Already we have about 5,000 something in the pocket already. Okay, 5,000. Okay, it's even entering 6,000 now, which is okay. Now let's quickly go to what Euro USD we do today. Let's assume that we don't have a trade. Okay, let me just terminate the trade. Let me terminate it and assume that we don't have a trade, not assumption. Right now, we don't have any trade, so we're going to be looking at what Euro USD we do and what other instruments we do. Okay, like gold, I was actually looking at gold this morning. Let me see. Maybe I just skip gold and go to Euro pound. Oh, I actually missed this. Now, this particular move. I was actually looking at it like 10 minutes before this conversation, this event. I was looking at this candle and I was trying to remember what it means when I was learning candlestick patterns. This is just what we call testing of waters. In recent time, this move or this price actually sponged a surprise and actually was volatile enough to push to this level. Let me show you what I mean. Price moved from this area, okay, and volatile enough to get to this area. Okay, that's a sudden move. Call it sudden move. It's actually due to news. You all know that. Now, because of that move, there was an imbalance in the market. That imbalance was going to be corrected by this move you are seeing now. Sorry, let me just move this. This move you see now, this one that came down, that's more like a correction of that imbalance. Now, testing if this region will be allowed, to get to. And of course, this is allowed. Of course, there was a swift reaction by buyers, push it back to where it was coming from. But of course, you can see now that price is actually finding its level. So I feel that this price will still touch this lower band. Let me show you. So this is a lower band. All right. We actually discussed Bollinger Band last week with some VIPs in Lagos. So maybe we'll just do something around Bollinger Band and moving around locations, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and even beyond those office location areas. And so we can take it around Warri, Benin, Sabah, everywhere, Ekiti. So we're going to see if we can just take this particular strategy around. But then if I can't, personally, I'll also see if I can just send some of our best guys to, move around and show you guys how to use this particular indicator to make money. Pretty simple. Okay, so that's for me, sorry, for Euro pound, I think this price will still get to this lower band. Okay, more like, you can see expansion there. So there will be a contraction. Of course, price will most likely get to this lower band. But that does not mean you can sell now. No, that doesn't mean you can sell. That actually means that area might actually be a support area. Now, let's find out whether the price will get there or not. And change this template to pure candlestick templates and check with, trend line. Now, I'm going to just click trend line like so, drop. Just give me a moment. Let me do a little bit of adjustment to this. Okay, so the idea is that when you're drawing a trend line like that, you want it to touch at least 3 points. Minimum 2. Best 3, 4, 5, 6. So it only touched 2 now, but let's see if we can make adjustment and make it touch like 3 points. Okay, so now we have it right here. Let me use this dot. We have it right here, touching. And of course, we also have it right here, touching. We also have it right there, touching. So that's about 3 points. So that is the external one. Let's look at the internal one. So we can call this internal one. Okay. Now, what the idea behind what I'm trying to show you is that if this price drops like it's dropping now, the most likely area where it's going to have issues is on that trend line. Now, if it doesn't have it on the first one, it's going to have it on the second one. That means if it gets to this area, get to this zone, and it did not stop, it will definitely most likely stop. Sorry, I was trying to actually capture that dot. It must stop on this one. So by the time you now add Bollinger Band to this, you will now begin to see pictures as to areas you can buy. So this price, the way I see this price will still most likely go on. So you can now begin to look for areas to buy euro pound. So by the time you infuse Bollinger Band to it, okay, you can see that the Bollinger Band is already above those trade lines. So if it breaks this Bollinger Band now, then you can now begin to buy at this area. But if you must use stop loss, then by all means, you can use below this trend line, you can use this price or this price for your stop loss. That's if you are buying. So let's do something together, all of us. Let's do buy limits. I feel that the direction of price is up. That's my, that's a little bit of that's the way I see it. So because the price, I'm seeing the price going up, I might not want to go against the trend. I might actually want to go with the trend. Remember, I'm on the hourly chart. Anytime I'm analyzing like this, people ask me what time frame do you use? Simple, 1 hour. Okay, so it gives me, it's like my day trading time frame, but that's my favorite for me. So if we're going to buy, then we can buy around those trend line. Now, what are the prices we can use? Let's use crosshair to check. So if it gets to this trend line and breaks it, and that gives us this around this price, right? Then we can wait for the buy around this area. So instead of us to use stop loss here, if we buy around here, use stop loss here, we can actually buy around here and take maximum profits, right? So let's do buy limit around this price, this last one. Okay, so if you get to this last one and pick us in as a buyer, then we can actually make money with it. So I'm going to do buy limit around 0.85510. So I'm going to go to new order. Let's go together, all of us. Since you can see my screen, except you're not seeing my screen. If you can see my screen, please notify. I can see. Sorry, but I take that back. If you cannot see my screen, raise up your hand. I will understand. Oh, I can't see your screen. I can't see what you are doing. Raise up your hand, then I can explain. The reason I'm shouting this is because I don't like it when people draw me back. Say, give me the price again. Give me the price again. When we are all doing it together. Okay, so whatever you're doing now, if you know that your phone is not with you, that you can use to place the trade, your laptop is not with you, go ahead and grab it. I've not done anything yet. I'm just waiting in line. Okay, so while everybody grab, somebody is raising hand for what? You cannot see my screen. Pius. Pius. What's up? Where's that Pius now? Oh yeah, Pius. Tell me exactly what the problem is. You raise your hand. I want to hear you. I've omit you. You let me know exactly what the issue is.
Like, I'm not seeing what you're doing.
You're not seeing my screen.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. I don't know what to say.
Look, I'm seeing it now.
Oh, you are seeing it now. You are
Yes,
seeing
I'm
my
seeing
screen.
it now.
Good. So I want to place a trade. All of us want to place a buy limit on Euro pound. We are not on Euro USD. Don't get it twisted. We're not on Euro CAD. We're not on Euro GPY. We are on Euro GBP. Why I'm saying this is because I've seen a situation whereby I would say buy Euro USD. Somebody is already buying Euro pound. Okay, so I don't want you to get it twisted, everybody or anybody. We are on Euro GBP. Go ahead and open Euro GBP and prepare to place a buy limit trade. So instead of instant execution that you see here, we're going to change it to pending order. So on your phone, instead of instant execution, change to pending order. Now that you are on pending order, we are choosing buy limit. Default, it's actually there. You can see it. Please, if you can see this buy limit, just ring a bell. I can see buy limit. Say yes. Say yes. If you can see the buy limit stand, good. Now we're on the same page. I'm happy today because nobody will ask me, give me again. I don't want that. I don't like it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now is to infuse price. We want to buy at 0.85510. I'm repeating 0.85510. So I'm going to write it on my screen 0.85510. That's the area we feel that the price, if it gets to, then we can now begin to buy. because the
0
trend is
point
up.
what?
Oh my God. 0.85510. I'm going to mute you because I don't want you to ask me questions. So I'm going to mute you. Just listen. You don't need to ask. If you listen, you will get everything. 0.85510. 0.85510. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is to take profit and stop loss. Imagine that this trade triggered around this zone. Give me a second. Around this 0.85510. Let me just move this. Imagine that this trade, triggered around here. And then we are on a trade. And the trade is running. Imagine where the stop loss should be. Just imagine it. So what I see here is that the stop loss would be below this trend line, right? So if it is below the trend line, where? Can it be below this moving? Can it be below this Bollinger Band also? Because price can actually, come back to that area. So let's use this low as our stop loss. Now, if we're going to use that low as our stop loss, we can now begin to now trace it. Where should the stop loss be? Should it be around here? Let's find out. So all these small things I'm doing it because I want you people to see the way I'm doing it, such that on your own, in your house, in your offices, you can easily check where your stop loss should be on the chart. So if we're going to use this area as our stop loss, then we can use a horizontal line to just give us a price around it. So this horizontal line, green, is telling us that 0.85361 is good enough stop loss. So we can now choose that 0.85361. I'm repeating it. 0.85361 is good enough for our stop loss if the trade is triggered. Now, if we choose that as our stop loss, where should the take profit be? To be around here. That's even beyond where the price has gotten to. Since the trend is up, if it comes down and it's going up, it can come down and go up. So any price around this region is good enough. This one is good enough. This one is good enough. This one is good enough. But don't let us get too greedy. Let's just choose the same level. Biggest resistance as our stop loss. So 0.85810 is good enough for our stop loss. Zero 0.85810. I'm going to just type it on the line. 0.85810. Enter. So this line 0.85810 is good enough for our stop loss. So we're going to just infuse that 0.85810. Now see this simple analysis I just did for you on Europound. On your own, like on your own in your house. Can you do it? Can you just do something like this on your own going forward on anything? It can be USD, JPY, or it can be anything, or chat, do something. Okay, keep on practicing. You can practice this on demo, you can practice this on the real account. I'm using real account, you all know. So if you are, too, a little bit afraid, maybe you are new here, you can use demo. It's allowed. If you're not afraid, you want to follow my trade, and you believe it's gonna, hit a target, like I do, you can actually use real account. Okay, so now that we have done that, we can now come to the last thing. Eventually, if this trade does not trigger, what happens? Let us say it didn't trigger today, it didn't trigger tomorrow. That means the price would have moved up, right? Can we cancel this pending order? The answer is yes. What can we use to do that? We use expiry. If you're using laptop, just enable it. If you're using phone, just click on expiry, and of course, or you go to GTC, that's go to cancel, somewhere around that. Click on expiry and put a date. So let's say we want to make it expire tonight by 10 or maybe 9:30, maybe 9 o'clock this night. Today is 5th, right? Sorry, today is 6. So 6/5/2024. 8 something something. So we have to change this one to 21. I'm going to change this to 21. That 21 is 9 p.m. That's GMT. So we can just choose 00, 2100, and then we can now finally do place. So the trade is placed, and of course we can wipe everything on the screen if you choose to. You can just wipe everything. But if you don't want, you can just leave it. Say, okay, let me leave this analysis and see how it becomes. It's okay. Now, if you are following me, I like people doing what I'm doing. If you are actually a follower, I like it when you do what I'm doing. So if you are following me, you can just do something like I just did now on your, especially if you are using laptop. It is advisable you do something like this on your laptop so that you have an idea of how I'm doing it or how we are doing it in Raleigh. So that even if you take your business elsewhere, tomorrow you are in Jamaica, tomorrow you are anywhere, tomorrow you are in Sokoto, Calabar, you can still do it, even if there's no network, for you to connect to us, even if you don't have any device to connect to us, you can do that. So Joshua, you raise your hand. Go ahead and talk to me. Joshua.
Sir, I want to ask where the take profit should start and at 0 point what?
0.85810 is our take profit.
Okay. Then the stop loss.
0.85361.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, Pius. Now, let's go to something else, something different, okay? Something unique. Let me look at the comment section. If somebody drops something I can look at, I'm still going to look at Euro USD. So even if you drop Euro USD, it's not important, okay? So because Euro USD, we can't do without it, can we? We can't. I personally can't. So somebody say minimize the other screen. Please, can you write the entry, please? No. Grace, I won't. Okay, I just started using computer. Please, where do you pick the trend line on the screen? Good question, Abiodun Osun Tunde. Now, if you're looking at my screen, you will see that I have all these, I don't know if I can just, all this area, this file, view, insert. You can even use insert to do it. Okay, shapes, arrows. Not, you can use insert to do it. Okay, lines. Yeah, you can use it insert to do it. So if you can't see, trend line on your screen among the tools, you can use insert. When you click on insert, you go to lines, and then you can pick trend line. It's pretty easy. That's if you're a baby trader, still don't know how to use tools. But if you know how to use it, you don't need to go through insert. All those tools are on your screen. And of course, you can use them to your advantage. Any other question there that is worth mentioning? Let me see. Uh, People have started to drop something, but let me look at more questions. Okay. There is confusion here where you mentioned stop loss twice, which is TP, which is Orishirishi, Abraham. Okay, for your sake, I mentioned take profit as 0.85810. And I mentioned stop loss as 0.85361. Which one did you get wrong? Take profit 0. Sorry, take profit 0.85810. Take profit. Take profit. Take like take back. Take profit 0.85810. Stop loss 0.85361. And of course, we are buying at the limit. Okay. So let me just quickly finally go to more GBP USD, USD, USDPY, everything. Let's start from GBP USD. Okay. So let's go to here. Majors GBP USD. It's actually been long. I tried GBP USD. I don't know. It's been long. Let me start with bear candlestick and look at trend. Let me look at trend. Okay. So this trend is at the middle. Ordinarily, on a very good day, I will not trade. Why do I say middle? If I click on horizontal line and I drop, and I click on horizontal line again, I drop, I click on horizontal line again, I drop. You see that this price, where it is now, is currently at the middle of the 4 zones. Why do I say middle? If I blind these 2 spots, like so, normally what I normally do is that I like to buy when the price is at the white zone on top. Sorry. I like to buy when the price is at the white zone below and sell when the price is at the white zone above. I don't do nothing or I don't do anything at the two painted zones. I don't like it. But because the price is on a trend, so I'm going to just go back to where we were and zoom out again so that you can see it. So I see this price on a trend and more of like the head and shoulder pattern happened of recent, right? Head and shoulder bottom. And now the trend is kind of forming, right? Kind of forming. So what we can do is to be buying around the trend. So which is still okay until we get to the white zone on top. So if this price retraces to this trend line, I'll place a buy. Otherwise, I'll do nothing. That's number one. So that means GBP/USD, no trade for now. Then two, you can also go for this strategy if you want to jump into trade very fast. I think the price is still going to go up where I see it because of recent on this particular template, the price just broke the resistance. Here's resistance. The price just broke it. So I think that this price will still go up. So if you are on this euro pound, let us say you have a trade on it. I'm assuming that you have a trade on it. Let me choose. If you have a buy and your buy is not yet in profit, you can wait. You don't need to terminate the trade. You don't need to fear the trade will most likely return to profit. If you're on a trade, sell on this euro pound, you are selling like you click on sell. I don't know where you click on sell, but you have a sell trade running and the trade is on a loss at the moment. Let us say you are running on a loss at the moment. You can consider closing your trade, accept the loss and move on. Or if you can wait, if your account is big enough, you can wait it out and see if it will return to profit. Maybe by the time you do reversal. Now, if you must jump into trade with this strategy, you are already how many pips behind? You're already about 23 pips behind. So if you are going to, if you like buying, like you want to jump in, maybe your body is preparing you, you want to jump into a buy, remember that you are currently 23, almost 24 pips behind. So you can't, it's not really advisable. What I can advise you to do then is to, if you don't want to wait for the trend line that is currently in town, the price will return to the trend line. You can actually do buy limit again around this current zone. So you can just do buy limit at least 1.25 or something. So if you right click, if you're using laptop and do buy limit, it should enter. Buy limit is still good. Where I see it. Okay. So for euro pound, I think you can still do buy limit. If you buy, like if you click on instant buy, it's not as if you cannot enter profit, but I feel that I like it when I'm on a safe side. Okay, so I don't want to jump into that. Now that's for euro pound. Let me look at the comment section again. Good morning, sir. I sent my MT4 login details to you, WhatsApp. I'll get back to you. Okay, so I did buy your additional. I will expect your getting back to me. I'll check my WhatsApp after this class. So what is the entry price for euro pound? Sorry, I cannot go back to that one. What is the strategy for mapping the middle red zone? Well, when you get to class, don't know where you are, mono. When you get to our classes, we can look at that. That's training. Okay, so normally we do that on Fridays where we get ourselves familiar with MT4, MT5. So how much can I invest for a start? Any amount you want, Deborah, any amount you want. You can invest, you can start with 10 million, you can start with 1 million, you can start with 100,000, you can start any amount you want. Okay, but if you ask me minimum, I'll say you start with 100K minimum. Now, safe side, if you want to really, I want to hit it big, I'm ready to run. You can start with maybe 1 million, 2 million. But if you are good, you know what you are doing, you can start with 10 million. Okay, so buy limit, that's the price somebody gave you. All right, so please, can you draw the 4 zones so I can screenshot on GBP/USD? No, it's just an explanation. Okay, so maybe when you get to a proper class, we can look at that. Okay, GBP/USD is buying on profit already. Okay, continue. Now, which time frame is this? I mentioned it before. Money. Benga, Panion. 1 hour. That's my favorite. You should know me with that by now. Please, can you draw the four zones so you can screenshot? No. I need your WhatsApp number. I will give it after the class. Your voice is cracking. I understand. You know, I just woke up. So sorry about that. UPSD, what should we do? You should do nothing. Mr. Shegun, good morning. Can you talk more on trend line? I miss your lecture on it. Maybe when I get to your location, Lagos, Calabar, wherever you are, I'll talk about it, but not in this class, because we are doing analysis and we have a lot of things to look at. So please, sir, can you say something about Euro US? Definitely, Uchenna, definitely. We are coming back to that one. You know, we are saving the best for last. Okay, so please, is there a special group for VIP? Of course, yes. So terrorists, you didn't know. There is so just join the VIP class so that you can get access to, you know, meet me, meet Akinwale, meet PC, meet, you know, the top shots, you know. No, you know USD too. Let's look at it. We are going to look at it. Okay. So oh yes, you know, you give your number. Why do you drop your number here? Somebody might copy it, not me. Oh. Okay, so your voice is clear enough. Thank you, Adebayo. Please, how do I join? How do you join? Just fund your accounts, ask your manager, how do you become a VIP? Once you become a VIP, ask for my phone number. It shall be granted. All right, so I've read the comments. Let's go back to our classes. Now, I was just discussing GBP USD. I said buy limit, I prefer it. Okay. So let's go to something else. Let's go to Euro USD, Euro dollar. Now, Euro dollar, the way I see it, I was actually looking at something this morning. Very interesting. Look at this. Everybody. So what I want to show you now, what I want to show you people now, if you have a phone and you have a laptop, you can actually use this one to make money a lot. Now, I have been observing Euro USD for the past few hours, and it has been on a very tight range. Now, for this particular class, I'm going to digress a little bit. Before I digress, let me do something in your presence. I'm going to just map this area out. So I have this mapped out properly. Now, you can see that painted zone. That painted zone is a zone where price has been moving since today. In fact, since Friday. After the news, price returned to a tight range. And since Friday, it has been on that range. So the way I see this Euro USD, once the price break out of this zone, the price will decide where it wants to go for today. So what you can do is to go back to 15 minutes time frame and begin to wait, because there will definitely be a breakout. Can you see now? So a clear breakout will happen when the price break out of this region of Euro USD. So what you can do as a trader is to actually wait for the price to break out. You can also use something, you know, in conjunction with what I just painted for you. You can use Bollinger Band, you can use moving average, you can use anything. But if it is by what it is, if you go back to H4 and zoom out, you can see that the trend is forming, right? But remember, this price is still on a trend, it's still on a downtrend. So let's see, let me show you that. We can connect these top lines, can't we? Now, so we have the trend line on H4. So based on what we know of this price right now, if the price break above this line, then we have a clear uptrend turning from the downtrend. Remember, this price is still on a downtrend. Okay, so we can begin to connect the dots, connect the dots, connect the dots. We can do that. Matter of fact, you can just change position. You can do this. Upcoming. This one. I think this one is better. So we now have something like this that we can duplicate. Good morning. Duplicate this. Good morning. So now, the way I see this trend line now. It's a very strong one on H4 and even on D1. It's obvious that the price is on a downtrend, even on D1, because on the larger trend line, you can begin to see things, right? Larger trend line, you can see things that this price is still on a downtrend, strong one. So, but then, trend is not a permanent thing, it changes. So if we zoom in now finally, and we go to H1, H4, whatever, so we can now begin to, distillate hope. And so if the price breaks out of this zone where it is now, this tight range that we painted, where it's going to have issue is still on the trend line, definitely. So if it doesn't have it at this top, to have it at that top. But I wish for this price to break down. If it breaks to the downside, it will favor us. Why? Because if it breaks to the downside, that means we are still on that same downtrend. We can now begin to pick, sell, and begin to enjoy. But if it breaks to the upside, well, it will definitely go up. That means the trend might change, but it will be okay if we start buying beyond the trend line. That's if we start buying above all these zones. Like, let me paint it for you. To be okay if we start buying from here. Are you getting it now? Which is okay. But then don't let us, assume for the price. Let the price do what it wants to do so that we can make money together. So what we can now do finally, we have placed a buy. We have enjoyed all the buys from the bottom when we're doing what the enjoyment with the leeway we had, or the kind of like the privilege we had to make money on Euro USD for the past maybe 1 week or so, was because when we zoom out like we did on Euro Pound, the price was at the bottom. Let me show you what I mean. If I do this and do this, and do that. Okay. Remember, the price was at the bottom. Something like this. So we started buying from low. Then we made money into this red zone. Red zone is where we don't want to trade. Okay. But then the price is there now. So what do we do? For us to be clear, remember we said that the price break above this trend line, then we can now begin to look into buy. This is our buy area. So since that is where we would have loved to be buying and making money, right now, what do we do? Because there's a range now, like this painted zone that I just gave you. If the price break above it, you can actually go into this white zone. But if it doesn't break above it and it break down, then we'll be favored. That means the price still wants to return to the white zone below that, the bottom white zone. This is the area where we can continue to buy. So what we can now do finally is to, let me clear everything here. You don't need to ask questions around this one, just a way of analyzing so that you can understand. Okay, so, and then we can now go back to what we're discussing. So let's assume that the price will break down. Let's assume for assumption, price will break down. Let me zoom in a little bit so that we can see it. So we are assuming that the price will break down. That means to break below this painted zone. What do we do then? Then we place it right. So we can now go back to 15 minutes. So all we need to do now is to wait for the price to have a candle that will close below this zone. So people do something when it comes to this one, because a lot of people don't like to wait for the price to break out. I mean, personally, to have a lot of things I want to do, I might only be able to sit with my laptop for 15 minutes even to say, I'm waiting for the candle to break out. Or you can do something, a lot of people do it too. Me, I don't like it, but then people do it. You can do what we call buy stop and sell stop. The buy stop will be above this zone. Okay, that will be a buy stop. And sell stop will be way below it. So let's look at the week. Look at this. Our buy stop and sell stop. So let's look at these two prices. 1.0716, 1.07556. Let me change the value to 556 for us to see. So I'm actually giving, I'm trying to adjust something so that we can have an idea of what to do at level. 5, 0, 5, 5. 3, 4, 5, 5, 6. Okay, so let's change it to 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 6. Right. Okay, I think that's good enough. So we have 1.07556 and 1.07716 as our buy stop and sell stop. So let's start with the buy stop. And we click on new order. All of us now will do this. So I'm going to wait patiently for all of us to join me. We do new order. Then you do, instead of instant execution again, you do pending order. Pretty easy. And of course, you do buy stop. That's possible. So we're going to choose this price. It's on the screen, so don't ask me what price it is. If you are using phone and your screen is very small, zoom in. I'm going to use 1.07716 for this one. 1.07716. And where is what take profit? Where should it be? Take profit can be anywhere. Okay, and stop loss. Of course, this will serve as our stop loss. The sell stop zone will serve as our stop loss for the buy stop. So we're going to use 1 point, maybe around this 1.07895 should be okay for take profit. 1.07895 take profit. You can be writing what I'm giving you. You can be writing it down so they can do your own after. Stop loss, we can use the same value for our stop loss. Oh, sorry, for our sell stop, which is 1.07556. 1.07556. All right, so we do please. Now we do immediately, we do sell stop. Immediately, sell stop. Click on new order again. And we do pending order again. And then we do sell stop. So I'm going to also use 1.077, sorry, 1.07556. 1.106. Make me to do something. Paint. No, I don't want to use paint. Let me use text. So I'm going to do new. Write Euro USD capital by. Don't worry, I'll share the screen. Euro sales stop. Confirm the stop loss. Or maybe I can just share that screen so that everybody can see what I'm doing. I'm actually trying to make life easy for all of us so they can see what I'm doing. So hope you can see my screen now, everybody. Just type yes if you can. Type yes, I can see. I'll be very happy if you can do that. Good. Like that. Yeah, good morning. So I'm trying to get all the details for you. So stop loss is actually at the buy stop, so which is 1.07715. So 1.07715 is our stop loss. Take profit, let's look at take profit. So if we sell, where can the profit be? We can just use maybe, I'm going to confirm that, but let's use, for now, let's use 1.07400 stop loss. Last take profit now, TP 1.07400. That's our take profit. Now, what about the buy stop? Where do we buy it from? Bought at, or we are buying at 1.07716, 1.07716. And we did stop loss at the sell stop price, which is 1.07556. 1.07556. And take profits, we actually choose a number 1.07895. 1.07895. I think everybody should be happy now that I've given you guys almost everything. So what I want to actually confirm is the take profit for that sales stop. I think I just use 400 is fine. All right. So I think we are done with this one. So I can now begin to actually finish my notes. Since we are all looking at what I share with you, we are looking at it, I think. That's right. So let's look at my way. Same, that's 6. Take profit 1.7 That's stop loss entry 1.07. So I think we are all good on this union. Somebody is asking for my name. Abraham, my name is Olusegun. How much do you need to become a VIP? Maybe you can just start with maybe 1.5 million. That's $1,000. $1,000 is good. Okay, that answer is to what's his name now? I want to get his name. Rose Chijio. Okay, I think I give you the answer. Now back to comment section. All of you should place your trade while I share that screen. You are still seeing it. So instead of using 2 lines, can we use shape on the laptop? Yes, can use shape. That's Adebayo additional. Okay, so let me look at more comments. We can barely hear you. Breaking and cracking. Sorry, Manny. Okay, so can we take the trade now? Yes, Infinix. We are hearing him, please. Okay, thank you. That person is with me. Okay, so good morning. What is your take on US 100 throughout this week? I have not checked US 100, so I don't know what my take is, but I'll check. When I check, I'll let you know. Okay, so I've placed my own trade. I can now share back my previous screen, which is my laptop screen. Oh, sorry, my account screen. This is my account. Share. Okay, so we have taken the trade. Everybody's happy. Euro USD. If we break out, we are selling. If we break up, we are sorry. If we break below, we are selling. If we break above, we are buying. Good. So let's go to the next one, US30. Somebody asked specifically for US30 today. So I'm going to use this opportunity to just look at it briefly. So US30 have this. And I'm going to go straight to M15 to check what's going on there. Okay, so US30, I would have loved to sell it, but unfortunately it's on the wrong zone. So I'm not selling, I'm selling. Okay, so let's look at, personally, I want to wait for this US30 to break this region before I start selling. I'll tell you why. It's easy. See, analysis is very easy on the charts. Very, very easy. Just look at the structure and then you can guess what's going on. So based on what I can see here, do you see this candle? Do I need to paint it? Or can I just use arrow? Let me just do it like this. And then use arrow. Where's the arrow? Where's the arrow? Arrow. This way. Arrow down. So if you can look at this candle, or if you can also see this candle that I put arrow on, it's a bearish engulfing candle. And it happened around the upper band of the Bollinger Band. So even though the price was going up, which is fine, if this happened, and it's a signal that price can actually drop. But instead of this next candle to trade below it to confirm that the price will go down, the thing just jump up. So we'll be waiting for the price to still come back and close below it before we sell. So don't jump into a sell on US 30. Don't jump. Just relax. If the price plays to your hands and trade below this region, you can start selling. Otherwise, you stay off, and of course you can look to buy. So that's my take on US 30. Okay, don't buy, don't sell at the moment. Stay off until there's a clear signal that will give you money. I like it when I place a trade and I'm 100%. No, nobody can be 100% sure. When I place trade, I like to be that. If I place trade, I want it to be 90% chance of entering profit. I don't just place trade for placing. I don't just place trade because I like, my hand is crashing. I want to place trade. No, I place trade because I have this fair chance that the price will actually give me money. So that's why I will not jump into US 30 or US 100 or any of those things. Because why I'm saying this is because you see, whatever is happening to US 30 is also happening to US 2000, it's happening to US 500, it's happening to US 100. So you can take a cue from what I'm telling you on this US 30 now to have an idea of what to do on US 30. So then also, if you must jump into it, you remember now that also that the price is on a range, very tight one, on a range, even on this one. So M15 will give you an idea of when to do what you want to do, which you can also apply. Same principle we use on Euro USD4 to still place a trade on this one. You can do that. Okay. I want to thank everybody. This is about 8:56 a.m. 1 hour into this. We have 1 hour for this window. So let me read more comments and answer questions. All right. Let me answer questions. Okay, please let someone help me post the analysis on Euro USD. Where were you? Okay, somebody posted for you. Hallelujah. Okay, so let me see if somebody will raise up their hand or his hand or her hand. If you raise up your hand, you want to ask questions, I will enable you to ask questions. Everything is about analysis. You have an idea of how my trade is, and of course, what I can do with my charts. So USJPY, we are still working. I think we worked strong last week. We made money. I love it when I make money on the chart with my BP. Okay, so USJPY, what happened to you last week? We made money on that one, which is okay. If that one hit our take profit big time, hit our take profit time, 28,000 naira on 0.01. Imagine if you have used 0.1, that's 280,000. Imagine if you have used one standard lot, that's 2.8 million. That would have made 1 week. We opened on the 29th and we closed on the 1st, Thursday. Very beautiful. Or was it Wednesday? Wednesday was first. Yeah, we opened on the 29th. 2 days after, we did take profit, which is okay. So, what else? Emmanuel raised his hand. Let me look at Emmanuel. Sorry, Emmanuel, just hold on. Hold on. Emmanuel raised his hand. Emmanuel, okay. Oh yeah, talk to me, Emmanuel. Emmanuel is not ready. So let's go to 6 toss. King. 6 toss.
Good morning. Good morning, sir.
Okay.
Concerning the
Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
I don't want two people to talk at the same time. Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me, right?
Mm.
Concerning the Euro USD, for my own take, right? You already spotted a buy stop and a sell stop. So if we are going to work on the sell stop, does that mean that the trend is still continuing to break the order zone? The sell stop is just for a main time. Sure, you understand? Or at least I could go with the buy stop if market is still going to change, because for the week we don't know what Euro USD is trying to tell us for the main time for now, since the week has already touched the weekly fair value gap of the other one. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, it has already touched the fair value gap of the other one, and we need a small retracement so we can have momentum to trade the selling, because I believe this week Euro USD is showing us is giving us a very strong bearish trend. But we are just waiting since we don't know what the market is saying. So if we are going to go with your sell stop for the meantime, if the sell stop give us a signal when we enter, does that mean that the Euro USD is already giving us a entry for a full sell or just for the meantime? Because we all know that the Euro USD is actually consolidating, that we don't know where it's heading to for now.
But
Yeah. Did you hear what I said? Oh,
know that
nobody's speaking.
general trend is down. If
Sir?
general trend is down. General trend on Euro USD is down.
Yeah,
Like
it's down,
long term.
it's downtrend. And we saw that the news that took out yesterday took out the 70% Fibonacci, and it's the Fibonacci retracement that okay, the trend is already still continuing downtrend, right? That was Friday after we watched the news, and we saw that the trend went straight down. And just for the week, based on the news that is going to come out on Thursday, and we don't know.
News
So
and yeah. So the way I see it now, even with the fair value gap, if you had used buy limits, you would have made money. Okay, you would have around this zone now. From around this zone, you would have made money on these retracements.
Yeah,
And
that was from yesterday. Friday just.
The question you asked is, if it breaks out now and it's going down, is that a general trend? Of course, yes. So because it's still in confirmation or in tandem with the trend, which is generally down.
Yeah.
So you can actually adjust the take profit down if you choose. But there are some people you are talking about.
Okay.
You are talking about take profit. Now.
Okay.
You can push your take profit to whatever you want to push it to and wait on the trade. Of course, you can continue to pile up your trade and all that. But once the trade is getting to what my fear is that once the trade is getting to this Fibonacci move, can you see this move now? 1, 2, 3. So if we take this as the beginning of that Fibonacci move and the end of it, okay, let me just change this template to black so that people can see it. Fibonacci level. Let's choose black.
Yeah, I can't even see it. It's to blue or black.
So now, if you look at it now, if the price is still between 23 and 38, true, which is still a range. Okay, normally we consider that 23 and 38 as range zone. So if it breaks below 38, then the next level is 50. That's why we put this take profit as 50. You can see that take profit before 50.
Okay.
If you want it to really break, where you should fear, where you should be afraid of, is this 61%. This is where the price can actually turn back and stop that downtrend. But if you break this 61, then it most likely will continue to this 100 and even beyond. So let's quickly take a little bit of money right now, where the take profit is, and pull out and wait for further move, further information. When it gets to 61, we also decide if we want to buy around that zone, if it's going to turn back, because it can turn back from here and continue and break this trend line we have been discussing. So I think pretty much the analysis is correct. Mine is also correct. You choose what you want to do, sir.
No problem, sir.
You're welcome. Next question. Ayin Felix, thank you very much. Ayin Felix, thank you. People raise up their hand. Let me see those people. Let me just see if I can enable who now. Give me a second. Let me choose who I want to enable. For among those people that raise up their hands, let me see Oluwatobiloba. Oh yeah, talk to me.
Hello, sir. Good morning, sir.
Yes, Yanu Oluwa.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
I can hear you. Good morning.
Yes, sir. I want to ask, is it possible we should use that 1 hour time frame, or we can use any time frame for those order we placed?
I like 1 hour time frames.
Okay, sir. So which means I can also use 1 hour time frame for those order we placed today, like the sell limit, buy limit, sell stop.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Let's see Emmanuel. Emmanuel, oh yeah, you have been raising your hands since yesterday. Uko, are you there? He's not. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Those are the people that raise up their hands. Okay, I'll see you.
Good morning, sir.
Please, yeah? Good morning, Uma.
Yes, sir. You can hear me. I'm here.
Yes, I'm loud and clear.
Can you hear me, sir? And can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you, Iman.
2 questions, sir. Let me begin with the first one.
It's all right. So we can't really hear you,
Yes,
Iman.
sir. Okay. Number 1 question, sir.
What's the question?
What is the position of the VIP class in Abuja?
VIP class in Abuja.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
The question is, what's the position of a VIP class in Abuja?
To come up, we'll schedule one.
That's
And
number
of
1.
course, yes, we'll schedule one.
Yes,
And
sir.
then let you know. The information will filter across to all
So
people in Abuja.
I don't know how to join the VIP class.
And it will be in our office in Abuja.
Okay.
The physical one. There's always VIP class online. Always,
All right.
maybe once or twice in a month. We have not scheduled for this month. The one we have scheduled so far is
Okay.
physical
Okay.
offices,
Thank you, sir.
Lagos and Port Harcourt. So for Abuja, it will come up. So I think I want to thank everybody. This is where I'll put a stop to it so that we can do other things. All right. And of course, I'm wishing you all great gifts today. I wish I have an instant execution order. We don't. Okay, for today, we only have limit orders and stop orders. So thank you very much, everybody. Bye-bye.